Hi, everybody. It's really wonderful to be with you again. And we're starting to talk about a product that I'm a little bit more excited about for various reasons. But first of all, this is going to be going out to people who are both within OnPassive already and also to the public out there who might be looking for more tools or more assistance or are just curious and they don't yet fully understand what OnPassive is all about, nor what the products are. So as we start to showcase some of these different aspects of OnPassive, it is amazing and exciting to see how it can be pulled into somebody else's primary business. For many of us involved in OnPassive, we came to OnPassive because we were looking for something and we may have been drawn in by it's all done for you. We may have been drawn in because there would be revenue. The company was looking after us and things like that. In addition to that, we were also told that there would be a huge treasure chest full of products that we would be able to both earn from and use. And then we would be able to use them on something else that we may have found a passion in before OnPassive. Many of you know my background was travel, health and wellness, and animals. And that was my life back from last century, starting with a health food store, starting with helping other people way back in the time. And I'm not just talking just over the century mark, it was back in the 70s. But I was educated and took courses and had a lot of fun learning because I was passionate about the health and wellness industry. I was involved in the alternative side to it, understanding that the medical portion had a very valuable, important part, but there was also supportive opportunities within all of that as an industry. Travel, of course, came to me, and it started with our parents, English and South African, who instilled travel with us from a very, very young age. And traveling then beyond went into a career for me. So all of that was a natural progression. And my love of animals is what has drawn me to so many interesting opportunities, not only in businesses, but in terms of acquaintances and friendships and developing of other thoughts and ideas, because I would always go to help the animals. And then suddenly I would get a swift kick in the pants and it would be, well, that also applies to humans. Well, humans didn't always take priority in my life at certain times, but the animals were always up there with my wanting to help and assist. So looking at OnPassive first and foremost, for those of us who came in and who've learned about OnPassive and the joy of what this is bringing to us, to the world, to humanity, this is first and foremost an amazing business that we are part of. We know that. And if we don't, well, then one needs to either pull up one's socks or go and check the back office notes and information, because this is a company that's here to stay and we're moving forward. And we're now starting to be able to bring and talk about other products, talk about other aspects of what this huge, huge company is. And we only know the tip of the iceberg of this. We've been focused and concentrating on OCONNECT. Beautiful, excellent product, which is connecting the world. It's connecting business people. It's connecting families. So that is going to be a huge draw for a lot of people. Now we're veering towards OCreate. Let's look at OCreate first and foremost from the perspective of the person who is not in OnPassive or who has another business that considers that their business number one. Like many people who tried to have an online business, I was not successful in walking across the stage, earning huge amounts of money, increasing my increasing my monthly earnings to be able to satisfy what I needed and what I wanted to do. With payments that I was purchasing and having to juggle monthly payments to try different products that I was being told constantly would be helping me to improve my primary businesses at the time, it was just a lot of money that was going out. And I truly could not understand and wrap my head around how some of these tools worked, first and foremost, or how I could use them to my benefit. I was fortunate. I did meet some very interesting people in these different companies, and some were very generous and kind, both with time and product gifts and that sort of thing. But I still couldn't manage and understand what I had to do. And so a lot of money went out. Ultimately, I came to my senses and I stopped putting money where I couldn't use it. But it left me disillusioned. It left me disappointed and upset, because part of what my life has been, back from last century to now, has been to focus on helping other people improve their life. I was doing it from a health and wellness perspective. I was doing it to help their animals, and I was doing it to help them expand their knowledge of the world. That was my passion. But I couldn't do it. And all I had was my voice and my passion of what I wanted to do and what I was trying to create. OnPassive now is showing us that it has got something that is going to benefit people with passions that are not in OnPassive right now. I collected, and I have, and I'm excited to be able to bring forward different products from different industries once we get the OCreate, once we get the go-ahead, once we get the marketplace. So patience and learning and understanding and cultivating integrity-based, proven result, longevity, trustworthy companies, management parallel to what Ash is trying to do and create, because there are people and companies out there, and there are people with passions for their own other businesses that they want to look at something that will help improve that for them and for others. OCreate is going to be under the umbrella of OnPassive, with the ability to be able to create your website. And I'm sorry, some of these things are going to be repeated, because these are the main points of what OCreate is about. To be able to create what you want to share with the world, legally, of course, through the other affiliate programs, compliance departments. You're not recreating their wheel, but you're making something unique to you from your belief, from your experience. So adding a personalized video, making this one page. Remember, this world now is moving at such a pace. You've got 3 seconds to be able to knock it out of the park for somebody to want to continue talking to you. And you've only got about 6 or 7 seconds to make something visually beautiful, enjoying, and attractive to somebody who wants to go further into that and wants to know more. Characters, I know 40 seconds, 40 characters in a messenger or in a texting or something is even down to 10, 12, or 15 characters to get your point across. So this is a world that's moving at such a pace, at such a lick, that if you don't keep up, you do get lost in all of this. And I'm one of those people who likes to take time to get to know somebody. I talk in stories, truthful stories, but I talk with stories. So my goal is to create an understanding of the products that I have through personal experience and through experiences of others who've used them. And this is where OCreate is going to help me with a personalized video. It's going to be able to be on one page. But the cost is what's going to be so huge to help others who are out there spending hundreds and at times thousands of dollars a month to get some of these things that are not even getting the traction that they are hoping for. In addition to that, as Marty said earlier, and what we know is coming within OnPassive, the traffic is going to be something that we can purchase. Again, consider OnPassive as your tool of value and at reasonable cost, a price point that is going to be affordable. But the products are not second or third class. These are top-notch products that are being made and fixed and added to the value of what we will have. So by being able to get traffic that we spend a lot of money for outside of the OnPassive umbrella, in the public field right now, when you purchase traffic, a lot of that is already old, used, and worn out as leads. So people are wasting money. Yes, there are new companies saying, yes, we've got the newest, we've got the best. But even some of those lists are redundant now. And the people who are being contacted, if you're lucky to even get through to them, can at times be quite nasty. They've already been contacted. They don't want to be bothered anymore. They want to get off these lists. And they don't even want to spend 10, 15 seconds with you with a product that you know might help them, because they didn't want your product, they actually wanted a snowblower. So these are the sort of things that are happening. This is where AI comes in. And I know a number of you have put, please explain what AI does with our products. AI is going to help fine-tune to what you want it to do. You're still going to have to put in a few suggestions or click a few boxes to guide it into what you want. But that's where it's going to then take over and be able to successfully promote your product, your opportunity, your restaurant to people in your neighborhood and not to people on the other side of the world, as an example. So the other thing and the other joy about the OnPassive opportunity when you're looking at it from outside of OnPassive is that all these products will be accessible under the OnPassive umbrella. One click to get in, and then you'll be clicking around within to be able to create and use them and amend them to what you want them to be, to fine-tune them to your business, which is your business number one. In addition to that, as you start with OnPassive as a customer, lo and behold, there is a little box at the top of that website that says that if you click that, you can become an affiliate. Well, to somebody who is an affiliate out there, who is a network marketer and who understands the full concept of that, by clicking that box, they're hitting another jackpot, because that means that they can take and use any of the products, any of the links for individual products or the whole concept of OnPassive, and share that with their teams that they have already, with their organizations in their other industries. So that in itself is and will be exciting to somebody else who's looking at this from the outside perspective. And lo and behold, you don't even have to do very much if you don't want to, but you just have that ability to share if that is what you want. And you know what? You'll also be sharing it with your organization, because if you're achieving the results, and I don't have to go into explaining how a network marketing company works, how an affiliate program works, but if you get what you want, then everything else works for those that you were working with in that other business. So this is where we're looking at a business with integrity, a business that is built by somebody who knows exactly what that other industry, the network marketing, the affiliate marketing business is all about. And he, in turn, our CEO, has brought his knowledge into these products and into what is offered by OnPassive. So this is where, if you are looking at this from outside of OnPassive, take a second look or contact somebody who you know is within OnPassive, because the only way you can join us is through somebody already in OnPassive, and you get their link and you join for free. You know, you're still at the point where you can look at all of this. Now, let's take this to the person who is in OnPassive already and whose dreams of creating something big with a company that they felt followed and checked all the boxes that they wanted to represent. That is their, in my opinion, that would be my business number 2, business number 3, business number 4. I think with what we've learned about OnPassive is, and certainly for me, and I believe for the gentleman on the screen, our business number 1. And it's the tools from this business that are going to help us if we choose to follow our dreams of business number 2, business number 3, etc. I will be excited and I will be using these products to help introduce the products that I represent and the companies that I represent to not only the OnPassive family, but to the world. Because to do something now, first and foremost, is contraindicative of where my belief is and what my thoughts and my loyalty is, which is to OnPassive. But also, let's be real, how many people that you think you can reach with your company that you believe in OnPassive have actually got the money to be able to join another business? And if you're going after those people, it's not fair to expect them to join you in another business when we are still setting up and getting proper information about our OnPassive products, which we want to have working, which we want to have paid for and looked after, so that the company can do and fulfill everything that it has said to us over these years. So let's not mix oil and water here. Let's keep it as two separate discussions with a commonality, with the bridge of understanding that the products are going to help in both sides. But let's also realize that for those within OnPassive, we can look forward to setting up something with the tools of OnPassive to make our other passions come alive, and come alive in a fashion, in a manner that we're not wasting money, we're not wasting energy, and we can actually focus on doing what we enjoy. Hopefully that will be talking to people. Hopefully that will be showing other businesses or products of integrity, of worth and value to people. But to go off and start doing this now doesn't make sense to me. It hasn't made sense to me these 5 years that are there. Understanding that, yes, everybody needs extra help. Absolutely. But again, let's keep this in context. So as soon as OnPassive is here, which it is, people kid themselves and say it's still coming, it's still no, it's here now. And we are getting the gaps filled in by Ash every day, all the time. So let's keep the conversations about how this is going to work and who this is for slightly separate. The bridge to all of this is OnPassive and the products. The products have got the AI in them. You know, duplicating, helping our other people duplicate, helping people come into OnPassive to see the benefit of how this is going to help their other businesses, as well as help yours because you've brought them in and shown them something that is value, is integrity, is supportive, and also is going to help the world. To me, it really is something so grateful to be part of.